Focus, 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 focus. Why can't we focus? Why do I struggle with focusing? Well, I don't think it's because we're lazy. I don't think it's because that you're not capable or that you're not trying to focus. I think it's solely because our brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. What do I mean by that? Well, as I've been finding my breakthrough, as I've been learning more, I'm starting to realize, just like anything else in life, right? Our brain is a machine and our brain has a system and it works off that system, right? And it's basically programmable. So what do I mean by this, right? Your brain is constantly scanning for two things, pleasure and survival. Just like animals, we are an animal. We have survival instincts. So our brain is looking for survival. And in today's world, I know especially me, I get caught up in things like social media, notifications, quick entertainment, pleasure, dopamine. It's fast, it's easy, and it always almost requires no effort. So our brain gets so used to this that it just craves it. It's an addiction. And then your brain stops wanting the hard things and stops wanting to focus, right, on the things that we need to focus on. But the problem is, the more you feed your brain quick dopamine, I'm starting to realize the harder it becomes to focus. Things like reading for a long period of time, things like watching a long form video, things like studying, taking notes, going for a long walk is becoming hard. It's starting to require real effort. And I'm starting to realize that it's a problem. This is not how it should be. This is how I program my brain, right? Because at one point we were all kids. I know at least I was, and I was outside till the street lights went off, playing basketball, running around, having fun, right? And it's like, at some point, I started playing the game so much. I started scrolling on social media so much. I detached from school. And it's like I did all these things to the point where it's so hard to focus on the real things, right? As I'm trying to find my breakthrough, as I'm trying to build a business, as I'm trying to better myself, right? Self improve. I'm realizing that it's hard to do the things I need to do because those things require focus. So I really sat down and asked myself today, right? Why is it hard to do the things I need to do when I know I need to do those things, when I know those things are the things that are required of me to get to where I want to go? I mean, like I said, it just comes down to focus. It's the truth. I struggle with it. But what I'm starting to realize and learn from watching these podcasts, these videos, reading books, taking notes, is that we can rewire it back. Is that there is a point of return, right? It's not like one of those water slides where it's like the point of no return and there's no going back. Just like a muscle, we can stimulate it and grow, right? We can challenge ourselves. So if you're like me, always switching between apps, checking your phone, trying to multitask, thinking I can do a million things at once, right? And it's just hard to lock in. I think what we all need to do is first of all, put our phones down, right? We need to get rid of that distraction. I know it. And it's time to get uncomfortable, right? Because that's how we're going to grow. That's how I'm going to find my breakthrough. That's how you can definitely find your breakthrough, is getting uncomfortable, right? Getting in that discomfort of detoxing our brain from being overstimulated to the point where you don't even know what to do. You get overstimulated with so many things, right? It's like, what action do I take? So we need to get rid of that, right? We need to rebuild our attention span gradually. It's not going to happen overnight to where I know I can just watch a 1 hour long YouTube video and just focus, right? It's hard to watch these 2 minute videos on TikTok, but we can train our brain to be locked in longer. At least I'm going to. And I want you guys to see the progress, and I want us to find our breakthrough together. So as you're listening to this, you got to understand, right? We need to start making things harder, right? We need to start being harder on ourselves. We need to take that leap of faith and just start, right? So, like I said, it's going to take putting the distractions away. It's going to take understanding that pleasure is programming our brains to be a certain way. Our brain is a machine. And once you program it, you can't be mad at yourself. Your brain is just operating in a system, right? You told your brain that reading, watching long videos, doing homework, right? Going for a run is hard, right? And when your brain thinks something is hard, survival instincts kick in. Pleasure is easy. So your brain wants the pleasure because you get a reward and you feel good and your brain feels like it's surviving, right? So we need to reprogram. We need to shape our focus, right? And it's not about motivation. It's about discipline is what I'm realizing, right? We just need to keep a clean space, right? Get rid of the noise, get rid of the distractions, and just lock in, right? And it's not going to happen overnight, but it's just about redesigning our life in a way where that focus is natural again, where we feel like we're kids again, and we can just focus and just live and just be happy, right? But now we're just so overstimulated. And I know, like I said, I'm struggling to concentrate, but I'm not going to keep this label on myself, right? It's time I find my breakthrough, and it's time I really get my focus back. It's time I train my brain. It's time I, take the actions, take the steps. It's time I acknowledge it, call it out, and it's time I move in the right direction. And I think you can too. And that's why, I'm making this video right now. And I got the water just to, have this calm background and just feel this feeling of just being at ease, right? And just focus, right? So it's time we wire our brains back. It's time we get our focus back. And one day at a time, we will get back to being able just to focus, 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 and just lock in. So if you're trying to find your breakthrough too, if you're self-improving, if you're trying to take it to the next level and really grow with me, follow the channel, drop a like, subscribe. This is a movement, right? It's a lifestyle. It's not fun. It's not cringy in my opinion. It's what we're supposed to do is better ourselves. And if you're not trying to better yourself, then who are you? What's your purpose? What are you trying to do? So again, focus is a part of that. It's something I need to do better with. And it's probably something that you can improve on too. So it's something we're going to work on and we're going to find our breakthrough. So I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.